Hello again everybody, Sammy here, otherwise known as Skull and I'm back for another video, which was a continuation of a series of videos that I was going to do, to one that I did a while ago, which was to apologize for something that I did do. So, yeah, you get the point. Yes, this is another one of my rambling and other stuff videos where I talk a complete lot of nonsense about things that might or might not be relevant to what I'm trying to get across. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the previous video I did to start 2014 off by looking at the action movies that I have. Not a good video, honestly, but you know what, I really wanted to showcase my interest in something, so if you're okay with that, then that's fine. So yeah, what's this video going to be about, aside from me just waffling on about nonsense? Well, what's the best way to really do this video with trying to make something of a point towards this video? Well, the main point that I want to try and get across in this video that I want to ramble and waffle on about is my channel and how I've really kind of not been taking much care of it recently. Because, as you kind of already got the notion from the two Transformers Prime reviews that I did, I kind of really lost a little bit of interest in Transformers Prime. Like I said before, Transformers Prime really did kill my interest in Transformers, because the show, I tried to give so many chances and it kept going, it kept taking 2 steps forward and a million steps back in what it was trying to do, regards to the plot, in regards to the character development, and regards to the things that we were going to see. And Prime, like I said before, Prime just did nothing for me. I can understand why Prime did it for a lot of people, but for me, personally, I need something a little bit more than just a throwback. Because that's all Prime really was. Prime, to summarize what Prime really was, without going into too much depth, and I'll do this for another day, Prime really was nothing more than a middle-of-the-road throwback to animated and the movies. And to me, that's really not enough, because when you make a show of Transformers which is trying to equally surpass the show that it did previously, then you've got problems, because animated, I can't go on about this enough, because almost everybody knows how great of a show animated was, regarding the fact that it had a good story to really build up, characters that you could actually care about, and likable characters as well to care about. And Prime's just hollow. And I'll just leave it there. Prime is just a hollow series. So regarding the whole fact that Prime is a hollow series, it really left me with very little to talk about, because Prime as a series didn't really get me that enthusiastic in Transformers, as were the current things going at the moment. And that seems weird coming from me, because I'm always about moving on, I'm always about change being good. And for Prime, I expected a little bit more than just trying to copy what 3 films did, and what a previous show did. So, yeah, and which is why I wasn't that enthusiastic about the Prime line, and why I really didn't care regarding some of the current figures, and why I kind of really ceased collecting altogether, despite the fact that I go to Auto Assembly quite regularly and buy at least 4 or 5 things while I'm there. But they're only of specific things, though, so if I'm going to get enthusiastic about Transformers, it has to be something very specific. It can't just be of the, it can't usually just be of the current, toys in the line. But going on to the topic at hand, 2014, I think, now is marking a big year for Transformers, because looking at this year in much detail, 2014 is, in a lot of ways, the 30th anniversary of the Transformers brand. And with that in mind, we are getting a new movie, which has its likes and dislikes from a lot of people. We're getting a new show, which I am hoping is going to be really, really good. I've seen a couple of the press discussions, or press news regarding the show that's going to be a humorous, light in tone show, and skewing away from what Prime did. And you know what? That's good. As long as it doesn't copy Rescue Bots, and as long as it tries to do, not copy, but almost do a vague similarity to what animated did, then I can live with that, because that I think can probably get my interest back in Transformers again. And so, with that being said, regarding how Transformers has had its effect on people recently and how it's not done anything for me, I haven't really been enthusiastic about the series at the moment, because really there hasn't been anything going on at this moment. By the middle of the year, things will kick in again, because, like I said before, the movie, which, you know, there's one thing I will readily admit regarding those movies, is that, as bad as movies as they are, from a storytelling perspective, they do bring in a lot of people. And you can pretty much break those movies down and say they are shit in the level of storytelling and misogyny and all that other nonsense that people have already raged off about. And what's my opinion going to really matter regarding those films when it's virtually the same as anyone else's negative opinion regarding those films, is that they are what they are, and really nothing can change that. And they can't be anything else because of Michael Bay. But, yeah, so the movie at least I think will manage to bring a lot of people back in, because the movies I think really have done a pretty good job, as much as the shit they are, at bringing in new people, I think, honestly. New people to really like the franchise a lot more. But for me personally, I can move away from the movie as much as I want, but the cartoon I can look forward to. But yeah, I'm trying to find a point to this topic now. But yeah, anyway, getting on to what I was saying regarding this channel, the Skullgun 140 channel, and how this channel has kind of been neglected a little bit. I'm trying to get into the mood of doing video making now, because, you know, since Prime was really doing nothing, and I keep going back to Prime, I'm sorry, but the whole root of the problem really stretches to Prime. Like I said, Prime did nothing for me, and it was so impossible to get enthusiastic about that show, and it was so impossible to really like any characters or get any other toys of characters that were likable or even so much well developed or even worth getting into. Because that's the one thing that I will always get into regarding Transformers or anything. It doesn't always have to necessarily just be Transformers, but I prefer character over toy. Anyone who knows me that well will know this already about me, is that when it comes to Transformers, I will always go for character. Character analyzation is a good thing for me, because if you like the character, and if the character relates somewhat to you, then it's worth buying the toy. If you're just buying the toy, and if you want to do this, then that's fine, but if you want to buy the toy for the sake of buying the toy, then it kind of defeats the purpose of liking the series a little bit. But that's just where I'm seeing it, though. So anyway, yeah, back onto what I was saying regarding the channel and how it has been a bit neglected. And it has been a bit neglected, because I need to find a reason to make a video. I need to find something to talk about. And I need to find the motivation to get into the mood to make a video. The previous video that I did, I really wanted to showcase my interest in films, because at the moment, films are my big interest at the moment. I'm a bit of a cinemaphile, as you can pretty much already tell, and from the movie posters that are badly being seen from the sunlight being contrasted onto both of them, but you already get the idea. So, you know, I'm trying to think, what can I do with this channel other than just do reviews? Because reviews, I think, now are really... I'm not saying stopping altogether, but really, it's kind of a bit difficult to find something original to talk about something when your opinion is roughly going to be the same as anyone else's, and it's difficult to really, it's so fucking hard to try and make your opinion stand out, to make your opinion on something really worth looking into, because, let's face it, there's 1,000 people out there who will comment on a movie or a video game or a book or a toy and go, oh, well, your opinion is good, but it doesn't offer anything new to the table. And, you know, that's kind of, it kind of depresses you after a while, and it depresses me as well. That it's hard to find an original opinion about something. And I can understand being enthusiastic about something, but enthusiasm alone really shouldn't be enough it shouldn't be enough to get you worked up over something, because if there is something about the the product that really gets you going, that wants to have you completely get enthusiastic about it and form an opinion over, then it's worth doing a video, I think. But anyway, so what's the status of this current channel at the moment before I completely lose my mind? Well, as you kind of pretty much already guessed, I've been neglecting this channel quite a little bit, actually, and I really shouldn't have. But due to the whole, I know this was kind of a big controversy, but due to the whole YouTube mixing with Google thing, which I am still trying to get my head around, and I'm trying really hard to really delete the Google account of this channel and let this channel just be as it is. And I'm trying to really find a way to really either delete the Google channel of this or disconnect the Google channel of this from this account. Because I find it a little bit difficult with the fact that whenever you make a video, it always somehow has to be connected with Google. And that's a bit difficult because not many people... Well, not many people, but not some people out there even use Google Plus. So it's kind of a bit difficult to just go on Google Plus and look for the video that you want to, the person uploaded to the specific account, rather than just go to the person's channel and just go, oh, there's the video, we can just watch it from there. So yeah, that's the fucking chair. I need to get some WD-40 for this fucking chair. I don't know how I managed to get this squeaky, but anyway, yeah, blah blah Google, blah 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 YouTube. Ah, now I remember what I was talking about. Yeah. It's so impossible, I think, to really click the two together, because I know that it's a good way of video sharing, but you can easily do that with things like Facebook, or even things like Tumblr, or even Twitter or stuff like that. So forming like a sort of connection with any other video sharing site is not an impossible task. But with Google, it shouldn't really connect the two together. You shouldn't have both on the same trying to think of the word. Fuck. I can't think of the word now. The same device. That's yeah. That's not the word I'm looking for, but on the same device. You shouldn't really have the two different products on the same in the same device together, because in many ways they're not going to connect with each other. So you can see my problem here, and I'm trying to really find a way to disconnect the two from my account, honestly, because I don't like the idea that I have to share a video with Google Plus and the account that I have is not connected to the other Google account that I have, which is addressed to my name, and you see where I'm going with this. So, yeah, trying to find enthusiasm to do a video, and trying to find a way to get the video shared in some way, but at least getting it out there so that not gets much views, because as most people know, and anyone in this community probably already knows at this point, but that we do these videos not really to gain any sort of viewership. We're doing these videos because we have something to talk about, and because if we have anything to waffle on about, like I'm doing right now, then get it out there, and if anybody is willing to comment on this sort of thing, then comment on it at all. But, yeah, I'm talking bollocks at this point, but you get, at least I'm trying to talk. I hope what I'm trying to say is at least getting out there to anybody who's watching this video. And if anybody is able to at least have something to say regarding this, rather than just say, oh, your opinion is good. Fuck. I'm not in a good mood today. And I wanted to get this video out there because I really wanted to just discuss the few things that are bothering me at the moment. So, yeah. So, regarding this channel, the Skull140 channel, I am still making videos. That has not changed. That has not stopped. But, you know, I'm kind of really not so much done with reviews, but really trying to find a new way of updating them and trying to make these videos watchable at least. Because I'm kind of at that point now where I get the feeling that my content is not good enough. And, you know, when someone says, oh, make the video that you want to make, you're keeping in mind you're not making these videos for anybody else, you're making them for yourself. I know that. But at the same time, though, anyone who's watching this video is going to at least have an opinion to say, and regarding the fact that that opinion might not be good or bad. Yeah. So, and I have said many times that I have promised various videos that never got made, and I'm trying to not do that now. I'm trying to say, oh, I'm going to promise to make this video, but it's not going to get made because things come up and motivation can kind of be lost after that. So, yeah, you can see where I'm coming from. So, what I'm going to do now, and I'm doing this a lot with my hands, it's fun to express with your hands, I think. It's fun to really make a video where you can be expressive with your hands, I think. So, jazz hands. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now, and I'm going to try to promise this, I'm going to try to make this possible, is make something of a change with this channel. Not just necessarily be about Transformers, because I know that when I first started doing this channel, I was going to specifically do just Transformers reviews. Now, it's become something else. And it's, you know, it's always good to at least think outside the box regarding the videos that you really want to make. So, you know, all this time I've been trying to at least think what I want to do with this channel rather than just do the one thing that I am interested in. But the one thing that I'm interested in at the moment is really not doing anything for the moment because nothing new is coming up. At least not at the moment. By the middle of this year, something will have at least come up. But anyway. What the fuck was I talking about? Anyway, yes, now I remember what I was talking about. I'm going to at least try something different with this channel. And try and make it better, but also make it different, if that makes any sense. Because this, as much as I do love being on this site, it's impossible to try and find something to make a video out of. And you can go ahead and say, oh, make a video of something that you like to do. But the thing is, there are so many things I like to do that it's kind of impossible to really go ahead and say, oh, I like this. When, yeah. So, I'm going to leave this up here just to really get my angst, cynical, incense flowing, smoky opinion across, and really just get just try and get something out there to really make somebody at least understand why it's why I haven't really been in the mood to make any videos at the moment. And the recent video I did, I wanted to do that, like I said before, because I wanted to really get across my common interest in movies, and that's going to be a common thing now. Throughout this year and the following years that will follow, because the one thing I want to showcase is collections of things that interest me. So with that being said, I feel that now is time to really improve on the videos that I make. Not just do Transformers reviews. As fun as they are, it's kind of impossible to really have an opinion that differs from someone else's. And to just talk about the toy. Because character for me is more important. So I think for me, I'm going to still focus on the toy, but I want to focus more on the character. And before anybody says, oh, you've been doing that already, but focus a little bit more on, well, not just focus on the character, but focus on why this character is an important part of this franchise. Because if the character is important to this franchise, and if this character somehow connects with you, then that character is really worth getting into, I think. I could be wrong, but, I don't know where I'm going with this. But, yeah, I just wanted to really just get this video out and just tell you why I'm struggling to try and get motivated at the moment to make a video for this year. So, brush the dust away, make a clean slate, and start over, I think, is now the most important part of 2014 for me and anyone else who's kind of really feeling the same problem when trying to make a video. Yeah. So anyway, yes, thank you for listening to the 20 minutes of me talking complete bollocks, but I just really wanted to get this video out there just to really get you to understand why I'm in this, unmotivated state, and I need to find some way of motivating me again to get me to talk about the things that I love to talk about. So, the next video I do, I won't spoil the surprise, but it's going to be something a little bit different. So, yeah, see you folks. Take care.